Hello guys, welcome back. I'm really exhausted today. I tried a couple of times to record for you today. Now I know what it would be like to be in the middle of the Aesir Vanir War. Fun, let me tell you. Odin's here, then he's gone. Odin's here, then he's gone. It feels like Odin and Njord are now openly exchanging fire. I don't claim to know the personal relationships of the gods as some people might. I got back here. But here, those two have decided they hate each other and they are fighting and they are going at it. And Odin is Odin is Odin. The fact that Njord has decided that Njord is better for me and I should be studying with Njord and be more with the Vanir, that's fine. And the Vanir have been friendly. But then Odin gets the idea of, what the hell are you doing with my human? And he comes over. I'm so goddamn tired. And Njord and all the other gods have been saying, well, why don't you why don't you stop working with Odin? I said, none of you can even keep him out of the house. I said, stop working with him when he wanders off, which is multiple times a day. I said, then he pops in for like literally 2 minutes, I think, talks to me, says a few lines, glares at all and sundry, and, goes off again. I said, you all have to figure out a way to get to a peace agreement. And I did research on Njord, which was problematic because there are certain people in the heathen community that everybody agrees today they're nutty as loons. And they're the main people that wrote all the UPG about them, and that's the problematic thing. We talk about the gods and UPG on a daily basis on this channel, yet at the same time I don't claim to know any mysteries or the secret paths of the gods either. That would be the difference. I don't know why Njord and Odin hate each other, but it's becoming very clear now. They were cordial before something happened, and they are at war with each other at this current moment in time. But the thing is, let's say Odin wins, I will just be kind of be with Odin, nothing really happens. Say Njord wins, I'll be just kind of be with Njord, nothing will really happen. And I have this feeling that it's a naval battle at this point. Loki's just kind of like, I think they both lost it. And I asked Loki, I said, what has gotten into those two? It's not like they're fighting over the Lady Fair. This seems to be a personal issue that I happen to get drug into. And he goes, I don't know. Remember that part where they were at war? Yes. Well, maybe they don't like each other very much sometimes. You could have mentioned this win. I figured that would be pretty obvious. I mean, he was a hostage. I didn't really explain that, did I? So then Loki just goes off and does Loki stuff, and Odin and Njord are at war, and it's exhausting. It's so tiring. And I'm just trying to speed up and end my healing on, if you tangle with plants in your garden, sometimes you come out the worse for wear. And it's coming along nicely, but I really thought Odin would be speeding it up, and he really seems to be asleep on the job, but Njord and nobody else seems to be doing anything either. I was even talking like to St. Michael today, because I'm just like, these Norse gods are driving me insane. Nobody seems really serious. Everybody's energy lately feels kind of giddy, like they're not really taking anything seriously, like gods and angels, and everybody has really forgotten they have anything to do except for whatever they want. It's really weird, but that's what I've been having today. And we're getting storms. Do you know how many Norse gods are connected to storms? You have Odin, you have Thor, you have Njord, you have to a certain extent Freyr, but that's more like sunshine. But still, one would manage in gentle rain, I think. I don't know. I'm so fucking tired. It's a war zone. You can feel it. And one moment, Odin's energy is dominant in the house, and then the next minute, it's Njord's. And I'm tired. The old man won't go away. And Njord's been, he's kind of supportive and everything, and we can get along quite well, but there's always this little thing between us that it's just like slightly off. I can't really describe it. If I could fix it. And Loki tried to help today. He gave me an answer in a puzzle, of all things. This puzzle pack I have downloads free stuff every so often. And it was, let me see if I get this right. My French is terrible. Claire de la Lune, I believe. And it's a restaurant in France. And it has a blue and white schematic, which would make me think of Njord, because it looks nautical. And it had, as I'm thumbing through all the pictures, there was a bottle of, what was it, Sauvignon or something? But it had like the conch shell on it. And so I'm like, okay, that would be Njord. And Loki favors Njord most of the time. And then he changes his mind and he favors Odin. And I just want to tie his little foxtail knots. And he goes, what? I said, I'm not going to have any gods. You're all too much trouble. So I'm sorry that's not a very good video, but I'm tired and I feel like I've been in the middle of a war. But I'd warned Njord. I said, this isn't going to work out because nothing catches the old man's interest like me starting to get on with another god and get along. And then suddenly he remembers how much he loves and adores me and what a precious human I am. And he pops back into my life like clockwork. I don't know what to tell you. I'm tired of all of them. I want to put them in a little spaceship and send them to the center of the sun purely for scientific reasons to see if they can survive. So, if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe. I got, yeah, back here. And I will see you later. Bye-bye.